this one more time. I wasn't even gonna do this, but Muir says these things should be recorded, so I drag this whole thing out. And I'm trying, but I keep getting all panicky and shaky, and last time I just about... Yeah, so alright, I'll try to tell it proper this time. Listen, I think I need to be alone, alright? Okay. Listen carefully, alright? Because otherwise you'll miss it, and I'm not saying it again. I guess it starts the night I found the pirate again. So, it was the full moon, so I was scrounging. I haven't slept at night since the apocalypse, and let's face it, nobody does. Why would you? The days are much worse than we thought because the atmosphere is pretty much fucked, but they turn all the lights off at night and it's bearable outside. And God, even after all this time, it gives me the chills to say it. Nobody can get over the stars. Anyway, I was scrounging around in the scrap heaps because that's what I do now. And I was trying to learn that old photography technique, you know, the kind that rich people used to have in their buildings. I guess they probably know how, but I'm not rich and pretty much everything burned in the apocalypse, so I gotta start from scratch. It's well, it's stupid, but I wanted to take a picture of the stars, alright? I figured who knows when they might go away again, so better to capture them right now. And I'd almost got it. I was just missing some device to actually record the image. I'd have used this piece of shit, but they're made to be indestructible. The bastards that had invented them said humans should outlive their own death. So after the earth blows up, our diaries are going to be floating around for some aliens to find. Okay, yes, I know I'm getting distracted. Okay, so anyway, I find the junk that fell and I take it apart and I study it. And sometimes I get it working and sometimes it self-destructs. It's a little like a game, I guess. It's the only thing I can do, really. I was never any good at agricultural and chemistry, which are the only two things that anybody cares about right now. I mean, communications are big, but anybody we want to talk to is like months away, so we gotta do something while we wait. And man, I told you they don't care. The best we got was oh hi, it's you again, you know, we're flying by Jupiter and you guys burned your sky, and oh by the way, we're making nebula mines now. We're making nebula mines now. Isn't that funny? You've already been telling stories about them. No, we're sure they're safe. God. God, this is hard. I just gotta focus, okay? Tell it from the start. You know, I don't even smoke anymore, but that stuff fried my brain. I think my hands kind of shake, and sometimes I figure things out that I didn't read in a textbook, and sometimes I know I put the wire in the right place and it explodes. Okay, back to the scrap. Okay, so I was at that big heap that I've been working on for a few cycles, just kind of working through it, and I thought that big black shield was the bottom, but when I lifted it up, unmistakable. Only half of it was there and its treads are gone, but as soon as I saw this deep, sudden surge of fear went blasting through me and I just about turned tail and ran. I hadn't been that scared since I met the pirate that first night. Not even when the sky burned, though. I was high for most of that. It was broken. That's what stopped me. It was obvious, and even when I got close to it and whispered, like, "The stars are there, you bastard!" It didn't even move. No fire, no eyes, no nothing. Just dead, broken machine. Picked it up. I don't really know why. I mean, that thing scared the hell out of me. And part of me was still convinced it was going to kill me if it woke up. But I don't know. I remembered its voice on that night. And human it sounded. I just thought, if it hadn't seen the stars, it should. So I took it home and I took it apart. And I don't know how to say this. I feel like it should be a lot more dramatic and some thunder or something. So anyway, I'll make it simple inside its chest with the device that I needed for my photography. Couldn't figure out how to fix the rest of the pirate. I don't know, it needed more parts than what I had. I guess the suits ripped it up real good. So I left it in the corner and I focused on the device instead. It was fiendishly confusing, but after a while I figured it out. I don't know how, just like that I just found the right connector, and before I knew what was happening, the whole machine was working and there was a picture, and of course it was the pirate. Even still, I can't tell you how proud I was of that. I took it outside the next night. First few tries were awful and you couldn't even see the stars. But I just kept trying. I kept adjusting the code until finally I got it right. And when it worked, like the first thing I did was just write down the numbers on the photograph so I wouldn't forget. And I don't know, can't tell you how I felt about that picture. I see the sky with my own eyes every night, but there it was. And it was like, it made me ache in a way that I didn't even feel when the stars came out the first time. And it was like I suddenly understood what I was looking at every night. And it was like there was this door and I was just standing on the edge of it. And I had to show somebody. When looking for a mirror. We don't talk too much, but we pass each other every now and then and say hello and how's the garden. Of course, I take care of it better than Ma'am did, but I know they took care of me during the apocalypse. I never said thank you. But I had to show them. I don't even know why, but I had to. So I went out and wandered around like a crazy person till I found them and brought them in. I guess I wanted to show them that even someone like me, this screwed up junkyard freak, could make something beautiful. I can't explain their reaction. Their face went pale and dark and blue all at the same time, and they just about fell over, and then they just started laughing like anything, and it didn't stop until there were these big salty tears all over their face. I just kind of sat there. I didn't know what to do. Finally they calmed down, but they didn't tell me why they reacted like that. They just said I'd probably find out someday, and then they started asking about pirates. So I didn't want to upset them anymore, so I just told them that I was gonna fix it up, and they nodded and tried to look normal. And so we talked about the cousin and how he was working on quantum information and C+ speed, and which didn't make much sense to me, but Muir said it was weird stuff. Something about wormholes, time travel. As if we didn't learn a lesson from the stories. Anyway, we talked a while, and Muir must have been feeling better, because before they left, they said, hey, if you figure out how to record your voice on that thing, then you can make movies, you'd be the first in a millennium to do it. I laughed at them because it was ridiculous, but after they left, I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I went scrounging some more, and I found some tracks just like the old one for the pirate while I was at it. And I just kept working, and I tried a bunch, and finally, just like the picture, I just did something right. Okay, yeah, it was difficult and it makes me sound smart, but basically I just stuck wires into things until it worked. It wasn't anything more than that. The point is that it worked. The recording was choppy and distorted. It sounded like something really far away. When I played it back, I felt a lifetime's noose wrap around my neck and settle on my heart. Because it wasn't my voice that played. you see it now?